Step into your power. Have you ever heard that phrase or heard someone say, like, oh, girl, just step into your power, or don't give your power away? I know I would hear somebody say that and I would be like, I don't know what they're talking about. That's BS. And it would kind of unnerve me a little bit because I had limiting beliefs around what power really meant. I think I associated power with boasting, or power with, someone being conceited or controlling or authoritative. My name is Christy from Christy Hines Coaching, and I am a life coach and beginner business coach. And so I just wanted to share about what it means, or what it's meant to me, to really understand and learn stepping into my power. So there was a season where I was doing like this circuit of kind of self-mastery and courses, and especially before pre-pandemic, where you just like find your inner child and you're like beating the wall with a pillow and yelling, and you're like, oh, I'm powerful. And so I would really struggle with that. And I think partially, maybe some of that came from, some faith-based, maybe even some toxic religiosity, where I felt overwhelmed by saying like I could be a powerful being, because I think I associate it with like humbleness, and like it was the antithesis, like the enemy. Power was the enemy to being humble and being meek. And then I really focused on the idea that God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. So, this is an ancient scripture. The idea of like, I'm a powerful being because the creator of all of the universe and nature and humanity and everything, if that is what you believe, created me. So not only am I probably going to have creative DNA within me, but I'm also going to have power in my DNA. If I am, if what I believe stands, and I am made in the image of this incredible God and creator. And I think once I shifted in that and realizing that power is not something that is like image based, because that kind of power is blinding. I've definitely had the kind of boss or worked or, kind of come alongside of people where I felt overwhelmed by the person. And maybe that was more me. Who knows? Maybe they were just living their truth and it was my own insecurities. However, I think that sometimes we can mistake power for control, and that kind of power is very blinding to everyone around us, right? When we feel like we need to massively be in control. And then there is the kind of power that comes through surrender, recognizing that our power is within us. Our power is the light that when we are in our truth, when we are sharing, when we are loving, when we are kind, when we show up, when we're intentional, when we're consistent, when we believe in ourselves, when we move past fear and recognize that we're made for more, when we recognize that, all of the hard things in our lives that we have overcome. So why would we assume that, we're not going to move forward in life? That's the kind of power that we get to step into. And so we're still in the middle of this pandemic, and I'm still working with incredible women. I coach women who are still creating businesses and launching entrepreneurial ideas. There's still so much good happening in the world. And at the same time, there are so many folks who are struggling. And I think no matter where you land on the spectrum, we still get to stand in our power. And it's the kind of power that says, I'm going to be a light. It's the kind of power that says, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be conscious of my attitude. I'm going to walk alongside of other people. I'm going to be caring. I'm going to be loving to the best of my ability. And I'm not